Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to this video. My name is Liaquat. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, enjoying yourselves. This series is to help you guys understand Hanafi Fiqh. And we're going through the Book Mukhtasar al-Qudoori. Many of you guys might be familiar with this book. Some of you guys might even be studying this book. And some of you guys are probably teaching this book. And these videos, inshallah, hopefully are going to help you get through this book. So we've kind of like got through half of the book, haven't we? We are in the chapter of Iqrar, which is a kind of like testimony. You're kind of confessing something, you're admitting something that you owe someone. So let's go through the words then. So وَإِن قَالَ لَهُ عَلَيَّ أو قِبَلِي. So لَهُ عَلَيَّ, as you guys know, that means I owe. Right, so Arabs say that. قِبَلِي, so it kind of means I owe as well, but from my side. قِبَلِي, from my side. فقد أقر يقر means to testify, give testimony. بدين, debt. عندي, I have. معي, with me. فهو إقرار. أمانة is a trust. في يده, in his hand. رجل, man. ألف, 1,000. اتزن means to weigh. اتزن يتزن اتزان from the word وزان. باب افتعال. انتقد from the word نقد, which means to test the quality of it. Yeah, so test the gold quality or the silver quality. أجلني. So أجل, give me time, give me respite. أو قد قضيتكها. قضاء, to paid off. إقرار, أقرب the مؤجل, means deferred. So just write delayed. Okay. صدق, to believe. مقر له, مقر له is the one who is the testimony is being made for. كذبه, to deny it. تأجيل, to defer. debt. حالا, it means immediately, now. حالا. يستحلف is to make an oath, someone swear an oath. مقر له الأجل, time. استثنى, exempt. متصلا, immediately, immediate. بإقراره صح. الاستثناء باقي, remainder. أكثر is the most. استثنى is to exempt. All these words, I think a lot of these guys you guys already know. You just, for barakah, you're waiting for me to say them. Yeah, lazima is become necessary. Batala, to become void. Lahu alayya mi'a. So for him, upon me is 100. Meaning I owe him 100. Dinar, gold coin. Qafiz is a measure. This is a specific type of measure, cup. And lazimahu qima. Qima is value, market value. Qafiz. Okay, the rest of it, I think, the rest of it is quite. Marja, it means to refer or to return to. Tafsir, explanation. Explain. Right, so that's basically it. That's what we have over here. Let's get back to this then. Tarkeeb time. I know you guys crazy tarkeeb people out there. Okay, وَإِن قَالَ لَهُ عَلَيَّ. So lahu alayya. So lahu alayya. Or qibali. So this is going to be like a sentence where you have things hidden here. Yeah, so it's like saying li kitab. So li kitab would become khabar muqaddam and mubtada muakhar. Okay, li kitab. So you're going to work at it in that way. So lahu, it's going to be khabar muqaddam. Whatever thing you're talking about, that's going to be the mubtada, and then alayya is going to be muta'alliq to that thing. Okay, let's get rid of that. فقد أقر فعل بدين جار مجرور متعلق to أقر. وإن قال إندي again, so this is ظرف. أو معي فهو إقرار بأمانة جار مجرور في يده. وإن قال له رجل, so رجل is the file. أو قال لي عليك 1000. so لي عليك 1000 فقال اتزنها. أو إن تقدها أمر. أو أجل أجلني أو قد قضيتكها فهو إقرار مبتدأ خبر. ومن أقر بدين مؤجل صفة موصوف. فصدقه المقر له so this is the file في الدين وكذبه في الفاعل كذبه في التأجيل جار مجرور. لازمه الدين فاعل and حالا would be حال as well. ويستحلف المقر له ويستحلف you can have يستحلف المقر له في الأجل. ومن أقر بدين واستثنى متصلا so this is حال بإقراره صح الاستثناء ولازمه الباقي سواء استثنى الأقل مفعول أو الأكثر مفعول عطف. فإن استثنى الجميع لازمه الإقرار وبطل استثناء. وإن قال له علي 100 درهم إلا دينار إلا له علي 100 درهم إلا so this would be له علي 100 درهم إلا دينارا should be إلا دينارا له علي 100 درهم إلا دينار أو إلا قفيز حنطة لزمه 100 درهم إلا قيمة الدينار أو القفيز. Okay. So today's تركيب is a bit tricky. وإن قال له علي 100 ودرهم فالمئة كلها تأكيد دراهم غير منصرف مبتدأ خبر. وإن قال له علي 100 وثوب لزمه ثوب واحد. والمرجع مبتدأ في التفسير تفسير 100 إليه. Alright, let's try to work out now what this is actually talking about. Okay, so right, so this is talking about this idea of admitting. Remember we mentioned last week this as well. The idea is that you are giving testimony, you are openly admitting that you owe someone something. Okay, so if that is the case, there are certain words which have certain connotations in the Arabic language. In the English language, they might have different ones. So for example, like number one, if a person was to say lahu alayya, okay, lahu alayya. Or number two, lahu qibali. These two are used to mean dain, okay, debt. So if anyone ever says, I owe him, or on me, then that means it's a debt basically. So this is why he says, وَإِن قَالَ, if he says, lahu alayya أو qibali, if he says, for him upon me or on my behalf or my side is such and such, فَقَدْ أَقَرَّ بِدَيْنٍ, the person has confessed, admitted that he owes a debt. Okay, so this is debt. Okay, next. وَإِن قَالَ إِنْدِي, number three, if a person was to say, إِنْدِي مِئَةُ دِرْهَمٍ لَكَ, okay, something like that. Or number four, with me, I have with me your £100. Then these two are actually amana. This is, you are admitting that you have someone's wealth as a trust. Yeah, I have your phone. That means, it doesn't mean I owe you the phone. It means that I have it with me as a trust. Yeah, so in qala, if he said, indi, with me, or with me again, فهو إقرار بأمانة في يدي. This is إقرار of an amana that's in his hand. Right? So remember, these are various expressions in the Arabic language that have certain connotations that you need to be familiar with. Okay, next. Okay, now what if a person was to say, let me just shift this a bit, move this side. Let's say a person said, said this. So there's a guy, two guys speaking to each other, and this guy says, you owe me 1,000. Okay, so in Arabic you would say that like this: وَإِنْ قَالَ رَجُلٌ لِي عَلَيْكَ أَلْفٌ. Yeah, so if a man says, this guy says, for me upon you is 1,000, meaning you owe me 1,000. So the other guy now turns around and he says, count it. Now in the olden days, if you had coins, there were two things that you would normally do. So imagine, for example, these are some dodgy gold coins. Here's some dodgy gold coins then. Okay, so if you got the gold coin, what you want to do is you want to, number one, you want to weigh it because different coins had different weights. You want to weigh how much it is. And number two is you want to check the quality of it. Yeah, you want to test it. Intaqid. Yeah, so if this guy says count it, like this is in today's terms of how we say count the money. They would say in them days, weigh it or check the quality. Right, faqala, so he said, this guy, he said, ittazinha, weigh it, or intaqidha, or ajilni biha. Yeah, so ajilni biha means, or give me some respite, give me a week or so. Ajal, give me an ajal. Give me some time. Or he says, qad qadaytukaha, or that I have paid you off. All of these statements. So if I write all these down now, just to make it easier to understand. So number one, what was it? It was weight. Number two, it was intaqid, is quality, to check the quality of it. Number three is give me time. Number four is it's paid. All of these statements, they all mean that the person is doing iqrar. فَهُوَ إِقْرَارٌ. These are all iqrar. Now obviously it would be of a different type of iqrar for each one. So weight, quality is basically that, right now. And give me some time is for the future. And it's been paid off is like for the past. But it's all iqrar, meaning the guy is admitting that he does owe. Yeah. فَهُوَ إِقْرَارٌ. Right, so all of these are considered to be iqrar. The person is admitting that they owe that person money. Okay, next. So let's say there's two guys now. Again, two guys, always two guys. So one of the guys says, I owe you, let's say £100. I owe you £100, okay? The other guy says, yes, but it's not 100, it's 200. Okay, so this guy is basically agreeing with him, yes, but man aqarra bidaynin mu'ajjalin, whoever testifies of a debt that's deferred, فصدقه المقر له, this guy is the muqar lahu, the guy for whom the iqrar is being made. Muqar lahu, okay? This is the muqir. So muqir and muqar lahu. So he admits yes في الدين, in the debt, وكذبه في التأجيل, and he denies in the ta'jil. Sorry, my mistake, I've jumped the gun here, guys. It's not 200, it's actually yes, but it's not. So this guy said, let me just add this here, I owe you £100 by Friday. So he's written the word Friday there. Okay, Friday. This guy said, no, not Friday. Actually, you owe me on Wednesday. Yeah. So he's denied that Friday. That's basically what it is. Okay, so this is the ajal, Friday. And this guy, saddaqahu, the muqar lahu has believed him regarding the debt, وكذبه, and denied him regarding the ta'jil. He's saying no, it's Wednesday. لزمه الدين حالا, so he has to give the debt now. So let's say it's Wednesday today, he's got to give it today, right, immediately. So this is where there's basically an ikhtilaf, there's like a difference over here of how you approach this. So remember, all of this is going to be if it goes to the judge. I'm the judge, they come to me and they say to me, right, and I'll decide like that. Okay, now this is all if this guy does not have proof. If this guy has proof to prove that it was actually Friday, then obviously he wins the case. Because the rule is that al-bayyinatu ala al-mudda'i. Yeah, my Arabic writing has got messed up. Yeah, so the proof is upon the person who is making a claim. So this guy is making the claim of Friday. So this is the proof. And the other guy, if there's no proof, then al-yaminu ala al-mudda'a alayhi. Okay, so that's basically what he's basically saying. So let's look at this then. Okay, so what's going to happen is yustahlafu al-muqar lahu fil ajli. The muqar lahu, if this guy does not, if the muqir does not have proof, no proof, then the muqar lahu will be made to swear an oath. Say wallahi, there's no ajal. Say wallahi, he owes you money, but there's no deferred date. It's actually immediately. And obviously, if he denies that, then the other guy wins the case. Okay, next. Everyone understand that? So sometimes, these kind of things, it's a bit tricky to deal with these kind of masail because we don't have a Islamic court system that we can actually look at. All right. So من أقر بدين واستثنى متصلا بإقراره صح الاستثناء. So this is the next masala. Let's say, for example, like this guy says, I owe you 100 except 20. So if the guy says, I owe you 100 except 20, what does that mean? So he means he owes him 80. Okay. So من أقر بدين, whoever admits a debt, واستثنى متصلا, immediately he exempts a certain amount بإقراره, صح الاستثناء, the istithna will be valid. ولزمه الباقي, and the baqi will be remaining. It doesn't matter how much it is. سواء استثنى الأقل, whether he has exempted the less or the more, meaning that this is exempting the less. 20 is less than, obviously, 80. And the other way around, if he was to do it, for instance, let's say he said 100 minus 60. So 100 minus 60 left with 40. So he's exempted the more and he's left the less. That's what it means. So al-akthara, he exempts the akthar, in this case 60, and is remaining 40. Okay, now what if he was to say this, be a bit cheeky, and said, I owe you 100 except 100. Yeah, what about that cheeky one? How do we deal with that? So in this case, it says, فَإِنْ إِسْتَثْنَى الْجَمِيعَ, if he was to exempt all of it, لَزِمَهُ الْإِقْرَارُ, the iqrar would become necessary, and batal al-istithna, this istithna would actually become void, nullified. Okay, so let's nullify it. Nullified. Yeah? Okay. Next one. See, all these are scenarios, these are. Once you get your head around them, it becomes very, very easy to be able to deal with this. Okay. وَإِنْ قَالَ لَهُ عَلَيَّ مِئَةِ دِرْهَمٍ. Okay, what if he exempts something which is actually not from the same genus? That's a bit of a tricky one. How do you deal with exempting something that's not from the same genus? So how does that work then? So let's say, for example, this guy says, it's like different currency. So let me try to do it in this way. So let's say a guy says, I owe him $100 except for £20. So you see, the currency is different here. How do you deal with if it's different currency? What do you do? The example that they give is 100 silver coins except one gold coin. How do you exempt one gold coin from silver? It's a different genus, isn't it? Just like pounds is different from dollars. So, or let's say, for example, he says, I owe you $100 except for, 1 cup of wheat. Except for 1 cup of wheat. So how does this work? How do you work this out? So Hanafi's got a very nice way of doing this. So what they say is that the guy has to owe the 100 minus the value of this in dollars. So minus the value of the pounds in dollars, minus the cup of wheat in dollars. Yeah. So, وَإِن قَالَ, and if he was to say, لَهُ عَلَيَّ, I owe him 100 silver coins, إِلَّا, except for a gold coin, أو قال, or he said, except for قَفِيز hinta, 1 cup of wheat. قَفِيز, we're just saying it's a cup of wheat. لَزِمَهُ مِئَةُ dirhamin, so he owes 100 dirhams except minus the value of the gold coin or the قَفِيز. Make sense? Inshallah, we are almost there, guys. We are almost there. Alright, so see, this is the benefit of being able to watch your video again. So we're almost there, guys, almost there. وَإِن قَالَ لَهُ عَلَيَّ مِئَةُ dirhamin. Okay. So what if a guy was to say this now? This is a bit of a cheeky, clever one as well. It's kind of trying to be clever. He says, I owe 100 and, he didn't say what currency is, and I owe him 100 and a dirham. What is that then? What is the 100? So I owe him 100 and a dirham. Yeah. So in qala lahu alayya mi'atun wa dirhamun. So in this case, all the 100 is going to be treated as dirham, silver coins. Okay. I owe him 100 plus a pound. I owe him 100 plus a dollar. It's all going to be pounds. It's all going to be dollars. Okay, so فَالْمِئَةُ كُلُّهَا دَرَاهِمُ. Alright. What if he says this though? If he says, I owe how much? 100 and a jacket. A thobe. I owe 100 and a jacket. So how do we understand this? So we say, okay, the guy will owe a jacket. He owes a jacket. So that's what he owes. And this 100 is going to be left to him to explain. Do the tafsir of it. Explain what you meant by 100. Remember, the judge is going to ask him all this. Yeah, the judge will actually say to him, what did you mean by 100? Right, so because here we can't interpret jacket as 100 jackets. Whereas in coins, we could do that. Currency, that's possible. But here we can't. Alright, so, وَإِن قَالَ, and if he was to say, لَهُ عَلَيَّ, that I owe him 100 and a cloth, or a jacket in this case, 100 jacket, لَزِمَهُ الثَّوْبٌ وَاحِدٌ, 1 jacket he owes, وَالْمَرْجَعُ, and the reference in regards to the tafsir of the 100, explanation of the 100 is back to him, إِلَيْهِ. So just going to ask him, what did you mean by this? Does that make sense, everybody? Is everybody happy with this? Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Look how nice and colourful it looks. Right, so let's break this down for you guys now. So let me ask you some questions and see if you guys can answer these questions. You can pause it every time I ask a question. You can pause. Question number 1. If a person was to say, alayya or qibali in Arabic, what does that refer to? What kind of iqrar is that? Answer, iqrar is an iqrar of debt. Excellent. What if a person was to say, indi or ma'i? What kind of iqrar is that? It's an iqrar of an amana, a trust. Okay. What if a guy was to say, you owe me 100, so, and the other guy said, go on, count it, or weigh it, or check the quality of it, or give me some time, extra time to pay for it, or I've actually paid for it. What is all of this? These are all considered to be iqrar of something that you either owe, will owe, or have owed. Right? So all of that is iqrar. Okay. What if a person was to say, I owe you £100 this Friday, and the other guy said, yes, but it's not this Friday, it's Wednesday today. Then what? Then in this case, if the muqir has proof of that, he wins the case. If he does not have proof, the muqar lahu will be made to swear an oath that there is no date, and then case is over. Okay, next. What if a person was to exempt, was to say, I owe a person 100 minus 20. How much does he owe? So he owes the remainder 80. What if he was to say, I owe him 100 minus 60, then what? Then he owes him 40. What if he was to say, I owe him 100 minus 100? Then what? Then he owes him 100. That minus 100 is not accepted. Okay, what if a person would say, I owe him 100 plus a dirham? The 100 will be treated as a dirham. And what if he was to say, I owe him 100 and a jacket? The jacket he owes and the 100 he will have to explain what it actually means. Jazakallah khair, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Thank you very much for watching. I know sometimes the lessons can be a bit long, but many of you guys who get back to me and really enjoy these lessons. And if you do enjoy the lessons, please leave a comment, a like, or you can even just email me as well. It gives me a boost as well. And if there's any mistakes that I've made, please let me know the mistakes as well. And I'll try to fix them as best as I can. So Jazakumullah khair. Thank you to all my patrons who are my monthly supporters, beautiful people who, out of the love of the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they like supporting the work that I do, and they're going to get, inshallah, sadaqah jari for this. If any of you guys are interested in becoming donors to the channel, patrons, then please check out the link below. There's a Patreon link there where it shows you how to become a monthly supporter, or you can just make one-off donations through PayPal. That's it, guys. I will see you guys next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.